Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. Let's see what we got here. Yep, we got the good people in the house already. Hey, we're going to go right into
In Puerto Rico,
the
we call
CPI.
ourselves
Okay,
Bori.
let's see if we can pull it up. I'm going to go right into the CPI report. Let's see what's going on. Let's go. All right, good morning, everyone. Let's see what's going on here. All right, yep, we got it in a minute, I guess. There we go. Here we go. Let's see if we can bring some sound in. Let's see what's going on here. There we go. All right, good people. I see you in here now. We got it. Sorry about that echo. Got that out of there. All right, here we go. Let's see what's going on with the CPI inflation this morning. Okay, the live coverage ain't happening. Here we go. Is that it? There we go.
Month basis coming in just a bit hotter, 0.4% increase from the previous month. That was in line with what we saw the prior month there. When you take a look at the core CPI print on a month-over-month basis, that was also slightly hotter than what the street was looking for, growth of 0.4%. The core CPI print on a year-over-year basis, that was also slightly hotter there at 3.8%.
So
holding steady from the number that we saw, the increase that we saw last month here. So a bit of a hotter than expected print here, Brad. And of course, the fear going into this report was that we could see a hotter than expected print, and then the pressure that could put on the markets there quickly as a result.
Yeah, just looking at some of the color behind this report here specifically, as we were taking a look at futures that are in the red right now for the Dow and the NASDAQ and the S&P 500. One huge thing that jumps out to me from this report is the areas here, the food index particularly, and we're going to dive into some of these categories with our reporters. Our newsroom is astir right now with all of the different areas that we're covering. But food index up by about 0.1% in March. Food at home index unchanged. Food away from home costing a little bit more. That's up by about 0.3% over the month. The indexes that increased in March, and this should come as no surprise: shelter, motor vehicle insurance, medical care, apparel, and personal care. And then those that decreased here, and this is going to be interesting for folks here to continue to track and keep score at home. Indexes for used cars, trucks, recreation, and new vehicles were among those that decreased over the month. So areas where consumers, especially on that vehicle sales component, pushing back on prices as well right now.
Yeah, that's really interesting to point out here when you take a look at some of the drops that you were just mentioning there. Used cars and trucks, that was down about 1.1%. It looks like here for the month. New vehicles off just about 0.2%. But taking a look at the reaction that we're seeing playing out here in the market, taking a look at futures, they're under a bit of pressure here. When you take a look at the reaction that we are also seeing in the bond market, we are seeing yields rise on the heels of this hotter than expected inflation print here. So again, this is what the street had been bracing itself for. It is the third straight month that we have seen of it.
You guys can see March CPI rose 3.5% year over year versus 3.4. All right, so inflation rose 0.1% more than we expected. As we could see, all the major indices are going down. They're tanking. The Dow, NASDAQ. All right. Let's listen a little further.
Numbers that I just circled were in the green, up by about 0.33% or so. Russell 2000 now leading the way down 2.6%. So here is right before the report. You can see it was just in the green and now solidly in the red. That is just a huge swing. And I should say that CPI has played an outsized role in a lot of the stock moves over the last year and a half since we had the October lows basically in 2022. Here is the 2-year Treasury note futures. These are heading down. That means interest rates are heading up. We might see the necessity of even higher for longer, and that's something that the street really has been discounting, hasn't been planning for. That would be the no landing scenario.
So higher for longer, maybe with the With the interest rates, good people, this is not good. I mean, we expected it to be high. Everyone expected inflation to be high, higher than expected and higher than last month. That was expected. So now we need to see what will the market do today as far as reaction. We need to know, is this an overreaction or not? We know how this goes. We've done so many of these. Generally, there is an overreaction, but today, right now in the pre-markets, it may not be an overreaction. So be careful for those of you that are in the long positions. Okay, we'll come back to that. Let's look at a few things. Crypto bubble. Look, crypto, there was a little green and it is all red now. As we could see here in the pre-markets, that was a sell-off. This is not correct. It's not. These are not correct. Let's go back here and let's listen to this panel a little bit, and let's see what the market will do actually.
We're talking about even before this report dropped. I mean, would it be a dud? Would it be a nothing burger? You know, I was playing white noise by disclosure before we started, just to give us a sense of what we might be coming into. How would you describe it at this juncture?
I think there's no doubt this is some.
The Dow is down 333 points, as you could see. You can see NASDAQ futures down negative 236. Right here, Dow futures down negative 353. S&P negative 55, NASDAQ negative 235. Here are our numbers right here. This is the real-time market reaction. Negative 345, negative 54, negative 234. Right? Let's listen a little longer.
Cooler demand and cooler inflationary pressures. Now, there's no denying that this firmer inflation print does put more pressure on policymakers to sustain likely a higher for longer type of monetary policy stance. So I think we're going to hear more and more concern around the onset of the easing cycle in June.
Victoria, what are your thoughts just about what this print, the third hotter than expected print that we've seen here for CPI? What does that then tell us about the likelihood that maybe we aren't going to see 3 cuts before the end of the year?
Yeah, so Shauna, I think it's important that it is the third month in a row that we've seen this. You know, when you look historically, a lot of people like to look at a 3-month average. So our 3-month average is actually.
So we see what's going on right now. Here's what I'm not going to do. I know some of you guys are going to go shopping right away. I would be careful. For those of you that's just coming to the page, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. This is Stock Up with Larry Jones, all right? Hey, let's talk about what's going on. Yes. Thank you, sir. Let's hit those likes, okay? Let's hit those likes, folks. You heard the gentleman, all right? Let's hit those likes. All right, thank you so much. Good morning. Mr. McGee, Mr. McGee report. All right, so, hey, Lisa J. Hey, listen. We expected this. We expected this. Negative 427. I expect it'll probably be negative 500 at some point today. Now, the question is it an overreaction? Do you go shopping or anything like that? All right. So I will tell you that I believe it's going to be a roller coaster day. Right. Sometimes the market fights back. Right. Midday and then dumps. Right? We don't know what's going to happen today as we see the numbers continue to fall off, as we could see now, negative 461 on the Dow, S&P, negative 69. NASDAQ is just tanking. Look at that. The NASDAQ is down 1.4% based on this negative news. We got 3.5 versus 3.4 year over year CPI expected for those of you that are just coming on. So 3 months of consecutive growth, but it's not falling enough. So what does that mean? What will the Fed do? The Fed now is almost forced to do less and later. Less rate cuts and to make things worse, the Fed could actually go up and start increasing interest rates. Let's listen to Bostic.
Has been so robust and so strong and so resilient It can't take off the possibility that the rate cuts may even have to move further out.
So, Victoria, given the fact that that was what he had to say ahead of this print, and given the reaction that we're seeing in the markets right now, you've got all three of the major averages on track, at least it looks like, to open the day off.
So like Fed Bostic used to just say it, actually, they may have to even move further out, meaning not this year at all. No rate cuts. The market will not like that, and the crypto will not like that, does not like it, okay? And so that's why I keep telling you guys that are in crypto, it's all, look at this. It's all locked. You don't see any green in the last hour. Since there was some green before the report. Now it's all red, okay? And so I just want you guys to be prepared, not scared, prepared, okay? So let's listen a little bit more and let's see what they are talking about. Let's look at the numbers again. This thing is not refreshing, okay? We're kind of holding steady right now as far as the Dow. Let's call it 465, okay? So negative 465 is what we're going to call it. S&P is still negative. Everything is holding where it is now in the pre-markets. Of course, when the market opens, reality is going to start to set in, and we will see what happens with this. Some of you guys are going to be playing the VIX. Some of you guys are going to be playing the SPY. I like to trade the Qs. Sometimes I'll short QQQ. But on a day like today, you got to be very careful in what you do, because there could be a fake out, meaning it comes back midday-ish, and then it could dump at the end of the day. You guys let me know what you're going to do. I am not going to keep this one long. I just wanted to come on live and share this data with you guys live. I had to search and see which one I could air without getting a strike. I got one strike, 3 strikes, I'm out. This page is gone, all right? Get cash, somebody said. Let's read a few. Let's see, 12. Let's for the next 3 minutes, let's look at some of the comments. You said get cash. Like button. Listen, let me tell you something about get cash. I have right. Listen, for those of you that's going to get cash, right? I was telling my wife yesterday I was pulling more money out of the bank and putting it into my broker accounts. She was like, "Well, why don't we just keep some in the savings account?" I'm just telling you guys how it went. And I looked and I showed her how much it is in the regular savings account. I'm not talking about a high yield savings account, which you should have your money in for your savings account, but the local savings account, like 0.01%, right? Even for those of you that have Coinbase or Webull, Coinbase or Moomoo, which is available, these links are available, you can get over 5% on your money just sitting. So that's what I do. I keep my money in my brokers and put it into something. If you're on Coinbase, if you got your money in USDC, guess what? You're earning 5%, right? So I'd rather be making money on my money rather than having it sit. And it doesn't matter what bank you are. If it's in just a local savings account, you're not making any money. So, cash is very funny if you're holding it. I keep most of my cash in my trading accounts, ready to pounce, right? So let's take a look. We can see right now, things are kind of leveling off, negative 446. You can see all of the, you guys see everything that's going on right here. We got 5. Here's the yields. The yields are coming down. They spiked up yesterday. And so that's one thing that's good. Let's see here. This is still not. Now we could see it's coming down negative. Yahoo is behind. You could see right now, Yahoo says it's down 3. The Dow's down 315, but the reality is it's down more than that. Okay. Let's listen a little bit more, and I'm going to keep this one short.
Up 3.5%. Now the core readings on a month-over-month basis, that was also up 0.4% on a year-over-year basis, up 3.8%. So across the board, coming in slightly hotter than what the street had been forecasting here. And you're seeing that reflected in the futures action. About 45 minutes until the opening bell, and you're looking at all three of the averages on track to open the day significantly in the red. You got the Dow futures off just around 450, the S&P futures off just nearly 1.5%, as well as the NASDAQ futures.
See there? So someone said, this is what I'm talking about. Yes, yes. Jasmine, look at that. I just moved my savings account into Fidelity, 4.97%. Yep. Don't know that one. What about going? Yeah, I've been thinking about that. Thank you, Dom. I've been thinking about that also too. It's just a lot when you build an audience, and it's just a lot. But I understand. Yeah. You buying up more Doge sheep today? I'm going to keep an eye on that. I'm going to be looking. Remember how I was telling you guys how to look for these. I'm going to be looking. At these cryptos. So the answer is yes. I am going to be looking at more Doge and sheep. But remember, that's a small portion of what I would put in Solana, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. All right. Well, thank you guys. Hey, I just want to keep the family fed and bring you guys up-to-date news. You guys know, hey, I wasn't trained to do this. I invested a lot of money and a lot of time into helping others make money. That's what this journey is for me as I travel all over the world. You guys know last year I did that tour out of my own pocket, because I am serious about us getting some money that is ours, that was taken from us, our parents, and our parents' parents, okay? I will tell you that a pullback is necessary. A pullback is actually good for the market. At some point, we need to get a pullback. Now, I'm not a fearmonger that's saying it's going to be worse than the Great Depression and all of that. I don't buy in all of that foolishness, okay? But I will tell you that we are due for a pullback. Trees don't grow straight to the sky, and neither does the stock market or crypto. So we are due for a healthy pullback, which is needed, which is good for us, right? So I still have a pile of cash in all my broker accounts, and I'm ready to deploy it, but I'm going to wait for the right opportunity. Soon as the market goes down, I'm not going to put all of my money in. I'm going to split it up. If the market drops significantly, I'm going in with a third or a fourth of my dry powder, not all at once. And then if it goes down again, I'm going to put more in, because I want to get everything at a good purchase price, okay? I want to get Bitcoin at a good purchase price. Remember, me personally, I'm going to have a Bitcoin for every adult in my family, meaning my wife and I, my two daughters, right? Make sure they are set, right? But then I also want my three main portfolios to get good prices, right? And growth stocks and ETFs, and even my small and my blue chip also, okay? So let me answer one or two more questions, and then we're going to call it a wrap. I'll see you guys later on today. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, it's going to be a roller coaster ride. Be ready. Be ready. It will be a roller coaster ride. Good morning. In Coinbase app is based on monthly or per year. Everything is per year. It's annually. Nvidia's down. Yeah, Nvidia started selling off yesterday. The truth be told, the stock market and crypto started to sell off yesterday in preparation for today. All right. Hey, good morning. God bless. All right. Hey, how you doing, Daniel? That's right. Let's get some coffee cups going. Let's get some coffee cups going. Listen, you purchased the class. Listen, I'm telling you, There is a wealth of information in that class with stocks and crypto that will make you a better trader. It will make you better money. And I want you to come back, Helen. I can't pronounce your last name. Swagzall. I said Swagner. I know I'm butchering your name, but would you please come back and let everybody know what you have learned from the class, and in fact, if you're making more money. Speaking of the class, for those of you that don't have the class, this is what Helen is talking about. It's what she's talking about. Stock Up You. It's going to be the second link below. Okay. And then you're going to learn about stocks from not just myself, Stocks with Josh with charting, Keenan Grace with options. You're going to learn about the entire stock market. You know, even for those mostly that are beginners, if you've been trading for under 6 years, you need to take the class, and then you could kill it in crypto. Also, too, today, we spent a lot of time in the Patreon/Discord. Stockmo, myself, Keenan Grace, and Stocks with Josh. This is where we give our live plays. This is the Stock Squad. You can check out those two links. They will be the top two links below. All right, let's see. You know what? Let's hit this one more time since I'm hanging out with you guys. You guys know I can't just cut it off.
To see shelter and gas contributing over half to the overall monthly increase when it comes to this CPI print. Again, this is not a massive beat in energy, but the general hot headline does indicate a broadening of that inflation. Danny, I know that you are watching shelter, which is contributing a little over a third to the CPI print. What do you have?
Maddie, shelter costs remain sticky, but the results show that it's slowly easing. On a yearly basis, shelter came in at 5.7%.
We're going to dive in. They're going to dive into more of what is hot and what is not. And then that's what the market is doing right now, is trying to decipher the information it just got. The market is trying to decipher this. You see here? And the numbers that you see, the sell-off that you see, is not the actual reality. After the market has time to decipher this, you will see how this day ends up. The day could end up exactly where it is now. Believe it or not, the day could actually end up towards the closing bell or an hour before closing bell. Believe it or not, these markets could be fighting their way back to green. We have to see what's going on. All right, someone said, I'm selling everything. Well, there you go, right ahead. You know, you never need permission to do that. I'm not, all right? You do you. All right, let's see here. PayPal, I'm loving suggestions. Looking at, hey, we got Cousin Kathy in the house. Hey, good morning, Cousin Kathy. How long is this pullback gonna last? I have no idea, all right? No one knows. But we needed this pullback. I'm just telling you guys, we needed this pullback. The market is over frothy. It's too heavy, okay? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. The market was severely overpriced. It's not always to the moon, okay? That's right. Don't try to time this market. You just got to have a plan. You got to have a plan. Since 2020, hey, what's going on tomorrow? Let's find out by the end of the day. But I'm just telling you guys right now, the first 2 hours of the market is generally when you get the most volume. You get the most plays the first 2 hours of the market, right? And the big days to really trade is Monday and Friday. Midweek slows down a little bit as far as volume. Today is Monday. Let's see. So remember, the first 2 hours you have the most volume, and then volume picks back up at the end of the day, let's say the last hour. So the first hour and a half. So let's keep an eye on that, because real money, the big money, you know, by noon, they're at the golf course, okay? These are facts. All right, what else do we have here? You're welcome. Sold all your Doge yesterday? Yeah, I've been swinging some of my Doge, and I'm glad I did sell some at a good price. But I still have a lot of Doge. My main Doge, I didn't sell anything. I had a little swing trade Doge that I sold some, but that was it. Okay. Good morning. Should you buy more bunk? All right. I'm going to ask you I'm going to answer your question with a question. Did you see my past videos when I showed to look, I would say now with this bad report, look at the entire month, look where the lows are and look where the highs are. And should you buy at a high or should you buy at a low if you think it's going higher? There's your answer. So if it's near the lows, then that's something you could. Remember, anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. But I know I'm going to be looking at where bunk is today, right? And remember, you don't have to just buy. You can place a buy limit order until it comes, let it come to you. That's what I do. I do that with all my crypto. There you go, David. I'm rolling with David T. $5 a day. No matter what, staying focused. Same here. It's been working. David T knows the deal. Yep. Do you think oil stock will be green? Yes. I do. I do. I got some Valero. I got some VLO. I swung a little. I'm going to keep a little. I do believe that oil will start to creep back up. No, Jimmy, Burbank. Jimmy, I tell you, it's not. Think about this. Think about the billions and billions of dollars. BlackRock, Kathy Wood's ARC Fund, Fidelity, all of these ETFs that they have bought billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, right? That has changed. So you got institutional money now in Bitcoin. It is not a hedge against inflation anymore. And I know a lot of people like to argue that, but the truth, listen, look, I kept telling you guys, this is what happens when the market goes down to crypto, okay? And you gotta look at the entire picture. And I know there's a lot of these kids out here yelling, not just kids, yelling bye, okay? But they're not looking at the whole picture. I do, right? Because I have a lot of money in crypto. So I do my own study. And my study shows with all this institutional money buying, I want somebody who can right now leave me a number of how much money the spot Bitcoin ETFs have bought up in Bitcoin, and you will see your answer. Okay. Do you see? Man, Tesla's going to continue to sell off, and not just now. I believe Tesla is going to sell off even more if the former president, we are not going to make any political comments based on politics, good people. I got to say that I hate to answer this question, but if the former president wins the seat back and they're more pro-oil, what do you think is going to happen to all of the EV stock? I believe they're going to take a further hit because he is going to take these ridiculous California restrictions, these EPA restrictions, he's going to ease them, right? That's going to be better for gas vehicles and not good for electric vehicles. So you got time with Tesla, I believe. Anything could happen, but I would just be nibbling and not buying big chunks right now. I'm just keeping it real. It may or may not happen, but you got to look at the whole picture. This is how I make money, right? I put all of the pieces together. I'm more of a fundamentalist, and then I check the charts, okay? All right. Patience and courage, right? It takes courage to buy stuff when everybody else is selling. Yes, hit that like button, please. Okay. Hey, with that coffee cup. Yup. Why is crypto affected? I just went over that. Because of institutional money buying in billions and billions of dollars of crypto through these ETFs. That's the main reason why. Where's the link for the classes? Check the in the bio of this. And at the end of this, I'll put a link. But check where the topic is of this. Just hit that if you're on a cell phone, and you'll see links that drop down. Okay, those links will lead you right to it will lead you right to the class. Let me show you right now, because now is the time to be what? To be studying. Now's the time to be studying, right? Because that is, let's see here. Let's go back. I'm going to go right to it. I always try to make these videos short. Y'all know I can't leave y'all hanging. And for you teachers out there, yes, I say y'all, I'm sorry. You guys know. I'm from Chicago. All right, here we go. So all you got to do is hit the drop down button. Let me refresh. So this is the video that is on now live, right? All you have to do is click the more button, and you're going to see the top one is for the Patreon. And then the second one right here, Stock Up You with the cap. You just click that and it will take you right to where the class is. Okay. All right. Let me answer one or two more. And how long does the class take? As long as you want. You got access 24/7. When I tell you that we have thousands of members and not one complaint, not one. Everybody that takes the class. And if you are a pro trader, this class is not for you. I'm just telling you right now, it's not for you. But if you've been losing money and you've been wondering why, or you want a hedge on making money faster and not spend 5 years, everything I've learned through the stock market is in this class. But my theory is talk to me like I'm 3. So if you one of these deep people that like all of these big words and all of this, this class ain't for you. My theory is talk to me like I'm 3. That's what I do, and that's my approach on this class. I want you guys to learn. I'm not trying to impress you with any big words. I jack up big words anyway, all right? Hey, Dewan, thank you. Thank you. All right, let me go. That you bought the VIX. You know, I can't answer that. There's other guys that will answer that. I can't. I just, you know, you got to look. Hey, if you green, you already know me. I take my profit now. Holding stuff too long generally always costs, right? It's not just that, fam. GBTC been selling ever since the spot beat ETFs. It's been selling off ever since. And Bitcoin has still went north, right? You got to look at the inflows and the outflows. That is not the only reason why. Since 2021, let's be clear. Since 2021, David, every time there's been a sell-off in the stock market, so goes crypto. It's just go back to 2021, go back. Every time there's a major sell-off like this, crypto goes red every single time. And that was before GBTC was selling off. So they're selling off. You got to ask, why are they selling off? Now, they've been selling off, but there is a correlation both ways. All right. Who's buying in? We're going to see where this market is. A question on the class. Every time you log in, and that's the only way to log in. No. You don't even need YouTube. YouTube just brings you to the class where you can actually get in, buy in. And then once you get into the class, it has nothing to do with YouTube. You get a login for the class that you can use 24/7. You can rewind as much. You can watch the modules as many times as you want to. Once you have your login, that class is yours for life. It never goes up in price for you, but it will be going up in price for those who wait later. Market's been overpriced for years. That's true. Good morning. Hey, we got Mommy Trader. Mommy Trader, good morning. Been busy. I miss you too. Mommy Trader's killing it. She's actually in the class. Mommy Trader teaches dividends. For those of you that want dividends, that's Mommy Trader. Here she is right here. She teaches about dividends, making dividends, money off of your dividends. Hey, Mommy Trader, since you're on, tell us, what have you averaged in the last 2 years in dividend payments, Mommy Trader? Just dividends, right? Just making money off of the stock, whether it goes up or down. Mommy Trader, share with us right now how much you've made on average over the last couple of years in dividends, if you don't mind. All right. ETFs will buy up all of the Bitcoins being sold. Eventually, yes. That's why I'm going to keep mine. All right. You watching Solana? Me too. Me too, Omar. Me too. Yep. Hey, what's up, Edwin? Yes, not just having a plan. You got to stick to it. You are absolutely right, Henry Lopez. That is true. Sticking to your plan. Now, sometimes your plans have to change depending on what the market is. But if your plan is to buy when there are big dumps, you need to stick to that plan. It's easier to buy than it is to sell. And it's harder to sell when stock are running up, okay? It comes almost impossible. What I think about gold, gold has been hitting an all-time high. Gold keeps beating its previous all-time highs. It is a hedge against all of this, okay? Gold is still in. But Bitcoin is turning into digital gold, and there will be a bounce back. I'm not even going to put that in there. Hey, what's up, good people? What dip are you buying? Hey, I'm going to be looking at some of this crypto, and I got some stock. I'll tell you what I am looking at, some small cap stocks. I tell you what I have been buying. I've been buying more Palantir, and I've been buying more SoFi. And I've been buying more, what's the concrete company name? I can't think of it right now. There's a concrete company that I've been buying up. It's a small, that's what I'm going to make my video about later today. I got it upstairs. What I am looking into buying, because I believe these are going to surge big time. Okay, I do believe they're going to really, really surge, right? This summer, I'm going to start buying when these EVs, because it has waxed over now, I'm going to be buying more of the EV stocks when they are beat down the most. And I'm also going to look into some crypto that I am going to be buying. Okay, so let's look at. All right, again, I lied, good people. This one ain't gonna be short. This is not gonna be short. Coinbase. You guys know when I say it's gonna be short, you guys know it's gonna be the polar opposite, just like a preacher. I just can't, I can't leave you guys hanging. All right. I'm just saying what's on my mind. Okay. So let's look at this. Bitcoin down 4%, Ethereum. Look at this. All of these are down assets. All right. I'm sorry. I'm going to go to a few memes. Okay. Somebody asked about Bunk. Okay. Those of you who are in stock, just hold on. We'll be back. Okay. So Bunk is down Now, for those that was asking about Bunk, if you go out to the month, look at that. Now, Bunk was as high as 2.5 and now it's down to 2.1. And then the previous low is 2.2. So if I was going to buy Bunk, this is the price range that I would be looking at. Okay? So I just go out to the month and I see where it is. Okay? And now I see that in the last month, was it better to buy it at 2.4 or 2.2? Was it better to buy it at 2.5, excuse me, or 2.1? 2.1 is where I would be buying if I believe that Bitcoin is actually going to go up. Now, Bitcoin will probably continue to trade sideways. So that's what I want you guys to do. Now, some of you guys, one of you guys that's listening to me right now is not going to buy right now because you're afraid, right? And then when it goes back up to 25 and start moving up, you're going to buy because you're going to go, phew, man, it's moving now. So let's get it. See, you got to be brave, not just with crypto, but with stocks. If you have let's go to stocks. If you have a good company, let's just say even the overall stock market. Let's say ticker symbol VOO, right? Let's say the S&P 500. As we can see right now, the S&P is down 66 points. The Dow is down 420 points. Let's say you're going to VOO, right? And you're trying to accumulate. This is when I accumulate. I accumulate on the red days, okay? That's what I do. Because the red days, when you buy on red, they eventually turn green. Now, let's look at this. MicroStrategy, my baby, is down in the pre-markets another 4.55%. And I do have a stop loss set on it. And if it keeps coming down, I will trigger it will trigger and sell, all right? Because I got a stop loss on this. And then if it keeps going down further, I'm going to start to buy in again. Now I have a stop loss set where I still have a little profit, but I will, for those that don't have it, you want to see it's been selling off in the last couple of days. Now I would look at, now it's getting in a price range for me to buy. Today is not Monday. Did I make a mistake and say today is Monday? No, it's not Monday. Of course, we know that. All right. Your stop loss. Your stop loss is my limit. That's funny. I didn't sell anything. I keep buying. Yeah. Yep. We want to get some Bitcoin Cash. It's down. You know what? I'm buying Bitcoin Cash. I am. It has performed well. Yep. There you go. You had the order in, right? Now, that doesn't mean, no, it's not with a U. It's with an O, B-O-N-K, right? I'm not telling you guys to buy it. Do your research. Never buy anything based on anything anybody say, including myself. Yeah, buy limit orders is the way to go, right? This is how I make money. Same thing with Jasmine. Same thing with Jasmine. Do what I just did with Jasmine. Do that again, okay? Do that. Let's see here. And I do it like this because it's just easy. Look at Jasmine. Look at Jasmine for the week. That's the day. That's the week. That's the month. Jasmine is actually, I probably still would put a buy order in. I would put a buy order in around here because it still has room to go down. Now, that doesn't mean it will. It may not even catch. But if that's your thing, then I do the buy orders at the bottom. I do. I believe that Bitcoin is going to trade sideways for a little bit, but we got less than 9 days now for the halving. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see here. Buying a dip. Bro, I answered that question. You keep asking the same question. You're not listening. Just sold your Jasmine. Not good. Let's see here. Money leaves crypto. Yep, I did. I talked about that. What do you think? Yep. You're welcome. Look, I'm a straight shooter, good people. I'm a straight shooter, right? I just keep it. Hey, I appreciate you too. I just keep it real. I just keep it straight. I'm not telling people, what do you think about Neo? If you want my honest opinion, and I said this a year ago, I made a video and took heat for telling people the truth about Neo. I took heat, and I just been saying, and I said this 2 years ago, and I said it a year ago, short it, and then get out, and then look somewhere else, is what I said. Now look, Neo is down another almost 2%, right? Now it could be in a price range. Stocks with Josh and I was looking at it. Now it could be in a price range. But listen, guys, I'm going to use Neo as an example, but I want you guys to see. Look at this, all right? Look year to date. I did this last year. Would you have made more money shorting it year to date, down 44%, or would you have made more money continue to buy, and it goes down, buy, it goes down, buy, it goes down, buy, it goes down. Let me ask you that. In the last year, 47% down. How would you have made money? And from the top, which some people bought, it's down almost 70%, okay? It's just one of those things that's a Chinese ADR. If you don't know what a Chinese ADR is this, when you're buying NEO here from America, you're not buying the actual NEO. You're buying a stock that is mimicking the actual NEO. And these accounts are held in an offshore account, and it is attached to the Chinese NEO, but it's an ADR. I want you to look up what an ADR is. Now, here is the facts about all Chinese ADRs. There is a discounted price. If this company was an American company, the dollar amount would be way higher. Every time there's a conflict between China and America, even if their numbers are good, it takes a hit. And that's why, to me, NEO is not a long-term investment. And I've been saying that since 2021, when I tapped out of NEO, and I was at InvestFest in Atlanta, Georgia. I said, I'm never making another video about NEO. I'm out. I'm tired of the roller coaster ride. If you remember that, leave me a comment. So, and I've been consistently saying that. But now that it's down here, it could turn around. But let me ask you this. Are there better opportunities to make money out there? Yes. Over 10,000 stocks and over 20,000 crypto. So why, listen, it's hard to take a loss, but I'm going to tell you something I want you to think about. You can have a stock that is a loss in one account, and you, just for mental clarity, you can open up another account and short that same stock. If you can't mentally sell this stock here, mentally open up another account, and when you see that it's good to short it. I'm not saying right now. When you see that it's a good idea to short it, you could short that same stock as a hedge and make money. Okay? I said this a year ago, and I said it 2 years ago. And there's a few people that listened to me, and some made I had a lady that was down $40,000, all right? She made all of her money back over the last year shorting NEO. And she was down 40,000, and she just kept shorting when it was the right time to short. So I'm just trying to teach you guys how to get out of a play, but don't have revenge trading. Don't continue. If she steals your car, you take her out on a date, she steals your car, believe her the first time. Don't go back, oh baby, I know you stole my car, and then you go out, take her out on a date again, then she steals your wallet, right? Right. Then she's telling you who she is, right? And then you go, well, I forgive you. And then you go out with her again, and then she dates your brother, right? You gotta, at some point, you gotta believe who this stock is. I'm gonna call her. You gotta believe who she is. She keep telling you who she is, but you're not listening, all right? All right. Hey, good people, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it right there because this is gonna go on and on. Listen. Again, everybody was asking about the class. This is the class. It is the second link below. You can make a ton of money with crypto. I teach you everything you need to know on how to make money with crypto. That's Stock Up You, the second link below. The top link below is the Stock Squad. You got Keenan Grace, Stocks with Josh, myself, and Stockmo teaching you, not just teaching you, rather, we are showing you our plays when we get in them and when we exit, okay? I love you guys, but I don't want to make this an hour in 50 minutes, which I know I'm probably already there. We'll do more of these, okay? Remember, PCE is coming. Now, tomorrow, PPI. So today we had CPI, Consumer Price Index. Tomorrow we have Producers Price Index, okay? Tomorrow we have more inflation data coming out. So beware, okay? And then I believe it's the 20th, we have PCE. And I believe that we will know for sure what's happening this quarter-ish with the stock market once we get the PCE numbers, all right? I love you guys. Live, love, laugh, and learn.